The Leichte Division can go in there. Okay. Your offensive seems to have stalled somewhat. Oh, and we lost all of the planning preparation on them too. That's a panzer division. Let's stick you in there. And then you lot are all just infantry. I think that's fine. Because we had those infantry divisions to basically act as support for as and when we push forwards. Which so far has been a bit of a slow struggle. Our supply usage has gone down significantly. As we, I think, start to push into this. And also, air power. We're getting mauled. No, bloody hell. No wonder. I mean, we're shooting down a lot of their planes. An awful lot. But I don't think we're quite getting good enough odds. We're now slightly short on Panzer IVs. Panzer IIs we can stop producing as many of, likewise Panzer Is. In fact, we've completely stopped building Panzer Is a while ago. Yeah. And we'll put that onto horse transports. You know what, we'll just go to 10. I've overdone that in the past. Meanwhile, the blockade continues. At sea we are kicking ass and taking names. Yeah, we are. Oh, America, not guarding your convoys at all. Britain has gained a lot more, so I do suspect that this is American Lend-Lease trying to get through. Hit the roadblock hard in this campaign. Ah, ye of little faith. Like I said, we knew that this was going to be a longer, harder battle than it was even historically. I'm kind of okay with that. I made my sacrifices. Junker Stuka. 89D5, so we can upgrade the Stuka bombers. And we are going to continue being very modern with our Cass. Except that was actually the most modern Cass. Maybe I want to upgrade that. No, I want to upgrade my fighters. As soon as I get the new model of fighter, wherever it is, that one, 27 days, we're going to spend lavishly of my 238 air experience. We're just going to make it a really, really good plane, and then just switch to production of those. Greetings from the Stuka front. Hello. Oh, they were refitted back on the back at home. Ah, so they need to make their way to the front line again. That would explain why my supply situation improved suddenly. Oh, now that's a point. I just realised that the you guys, if you're too close to the front, then you're not actually going to be contributing to the supply situation at all. No, you're fine. You need to get rid of one of your planes. Back to there. You also need to. That's a bad spot. There, and we'll put you into Poland. Okay. Oh, why are your lines crossing over? They shouldn't be. Okay, white units, are you ready for an attack? Let's probe them a bit, see how we do. Actually, okay. Struggling against the tank division there, but the infantry was doing okay. Struggling against that tank division as well. They have a lot of... I don't know what that template is. That's a tank division. These. What are those? Tankovaya Divizia. I don't know what the C is. They have 2 to 4 battalions of the C with the line through the tank division. What is that? Because we don't have those. Cavalry tanks, basically pre-medium. Oh, okay. So they're old. I think we need more AT. I mean, all of my divisions do have it. It's just that my close air support, my tank divisions are concentrated down here in the south. Because I was really hoping we could punch through this and then go for Caucasus to grab their oil supply. Now, actually, my oil is looking pretty healthy. Way better than I expected it to, considering the amount of motorized and mechanized units we have. But it is still a lingering thing in my mind. Rather than sinking all of the British oil capacity, could we be stealing it? The Red Baron is being killed over northern Poland. One of the German Reich's most famous fighter aces, Gerhard the Red Baron Hafner, has gone down in the line of duty. Pilots returning from the mission report having spotted the Bf-109 F4 fighter, one going down in flames after over northern Poland after taking heavy enemy fire. Fortunately, since he has long since been a public figure, the demise of the Red Baron is severely demoralizing to the many people who looked up to him. While we wish there was a way to hide this event from the people, the lack of public appearances from Gerhard would soon raise suspicion. Ultimately, his death is another part of the legend that will hopefully live on long past his current... our current troubles. His current troubles, you know, death being a bit of an issue. That is 50 American convoys sunk. Like that. In fact, it was more like 60. Below 1,000 again. Your wartime production is not keeping up there, buddy. 23 days until new fighters. And then we just need to build them. Meanwhile, finally, we have pushed the front line. We are over the first river. Oh, heck yeah. Now we just need to keep up the momentum. So green's down there. Red's here. Yeah, I don't think I want to change any of this. Creating a little bit of a pocket there, though I think it will be quite difficult to close. Try and get a cutoff up there in Lithuania. You see, my tank divisions are able to deal with their tank divisions just fine. They absolutely annihilate them. You are still trying to get... see your stats. Still trying to get you to get Logistics Wizard. Get Trickster 1. I don't know how these affect you. Because you do have 2 trait slots available. No, I want you to get fully Logistics Wizard. There is a lot of Logistics Wizards gained, though. What about your subdivision commanders? Started with it, has it? 7 attack on Guderian. Munstein can get Panzer 2. The problem with this is you are primarily a motorized commander right now, and I think I want to continue you being a motorized commander, so we're going to hold off. George Lindemann hasn't done very much yet. Then Kleist is still a newbie, gaining experience. Pretty good newbie though. Outdated equipment, what have we got? Oh yeah, the new Stuka. Please do start building those. How are we doing for aircraft? Do we have any surplus? Because if we do, I'll stick them on the front. Not really. But we do have extra CAS. Which I would love to use if we take that airbase. Although actually we can probably get them in here. Be a little bit of overcrowding initially, but nothing we can't deal with. And I will assign them to you. Yeah, supply issues are becoming a big problem. And it's the wet season. It's going to just exasperate it. In fact, you know what? During the wet season, stop. If they want to attack me, they are welcome to attack me. But I am not attacking through the mud. Oh, mud's not just minus 100 speed. There's a lot more to it than that. And as soon as I can see the precise properties, I will show you. There it is. Division speed minus 100, local supply minus 50, division attrition plus 30. Okay, that's actually less than vanilla. Vanilla is 70. And division attack minus 40. Now, the reason I'm stopping here, this is actually a considered thought, because if I pushed on to the river, then when I pushed on after the wet season ended, I would be immediately pushing across the river. Where I am now, they do not have a line behind the river. I push them, they're low on organisation, then we get to the river line, they're low on organisation, I just can keep going. At least that's the thinking. So the main thing that's going on right now is the air war. And actually, thinking of the air war, one thing I could do is ground crews in each of these locations, because I'm not really using command power. Especially in this. How's Italy doing down here? Britain's brought in a lot more troops, but man, these guys are low on equipment. So the Soviets are doing a couple of probing attacks here and there, but nothing too major. Oh my god, look at the amount of mud here. This is the real problem with attacking into Russia. The winter is fine, it's the mud. Meanwhile, the blockade continues to hold. How is Japan doing against China? Slowly but surely nibbling away. But Japan still hasn't gone after the Netherlands, which is good. Italian submarines, meanwhile, doing their thing. We are building a couple of... destroyers. Okay. We've actually reached our limit. Let's go up to 30. Just keep that efficiency up. Why have I left the Netherlands untouched? So I can buy their rubber. They're much more useful to me as a trading partner. Much more useful. And the ones that could probably continue pushing would be these guys. Especially once we've exhausted these light tanks. No, medium tanks. One thin line is medium, thick line is heavy. No line is light. We are shooting down a lot of planes, but they just outnumber us so heavily. Need to get my new type. Need to get them going. Wow, we're out of... Oh no, mechanized, not motor... Thought there was motorbikes there for a second. I was like, hang on. Last time I checked, we had like 7,000. Support equipment was still low on. Field uniforms were still low on. Manpower we're doing okay on. How's the kill death going? Soviets have only lost 43,000. This has actually been a relatively bloodless war so far between me and the Soviets. Like, compared to how I think it was historically. Is there a bonus for crossing frozen rivers? I don't think so. Oh, you can see multiple pages. Huh. There's the Gestapo. And military police too. So that should be a pretty big buff. Gestapo and divisions just increases MPs when they're in the army, which I don't think is that useful. Although it does give us more division recovery and reinforce. Spore Palast would give us war support and stability, although right now my war support was dropping. Yeah, we should do some more of the industry stuff here if we can. Building slots, rubber storage, fuel silos, fuel storage. Fuel cans, which we already have. Free infrastructure. Yearly series of improvements to infrastructure. Ah, yeah, we want to do these. Since its inception in 1933, the Autobahn project has been a glorious success. The construction efforts have reduced unemployment, and the wide road stand as a monument to Germany's economic recovery. Much work remains to be done, however. And then we also have the factory slots, which was you did the civilian industry, which was over here. And this is just a straight up buff. This one has negatives with it, which is why I've kind of been avoiding those. But this is just a straight up buff with a 21% speed increase. Let's do that. Factory floor training. Done. I don't think the Finns are actually fighting the Soviets right now. You guys are basically ready to deploy. The only question being, to whom would I give you? I guess I would add the infantry units to those guys, and then probably just form another army for the White Regiment. Alright, let's go ahead and deploy you. Down here. Although we also have the Dutch front, which I'm still a little bit nervous about. Let's put you into an army, just so you don't deselect yourselves, which is very annoying. You go join them. 4 of you go join them. Him. 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 Him.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Him.
Achtung. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Actually, those infantry that we just gained should really go to the purple line, because the purple line is the thin line which is currently keeping my northern flank secure, and it is entirely infantry. So I need to gain another 2 infantry divisions, which is going to be you two, and now you're at full strength. That makes me feel a lot better. Speaking of which, actually, Castle Ring, are you ready to upgrade? You are an aggressive assaulter. Yeah, we'll do that. Because you're a brilliant strategist and you're also a defensive doctrine guy. Which we can upgrade. Nah. Let's see how the other generals are doing. You can get infantry expert, which you 100% want. You can get offensive doctrine, which is more attack for Rundstedt. I think I would like you to get infantry doctrine first, though. Ramke can get nothing of interest. Dietl, nothing of interest. Gudarian, nothing. Oops. Monstein can get Trickster, you can get Panzer Leader, but you're not a tank commander, you're a mechanized commander. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Walter Mödel can also get aggressive assaulter, and I think I will. I would also very much like you to get those two, but never mind. You don't want any of those. Neither do you. I mean, going for more offensive doctrine may well be a good idea, because it just means that we inflict more damage. Although, considering... Nah, yeah, we just want more blanket damage, I think. So maybe we do upgrade these guys with the... Oh, I can't actually afford it right now. That's probably why nothing was highlighting. What are my standard templates? Well, that's part of the problem with Black Ice, is you don't really do standard templates. I think if I did Black Ice again, I would basically ignore the pre-made ones, because they tend to be garbage. But that was one of the highlights I remember from Hearts of Iron 3, is the templates that you got given tended to be really strong and really interesting. They just aren't in this, because of the different way that the template system works. When do I get my fighters? 9 days. Okay. Fine. Well, one way we can probably get war support is by doing propaganda and stuff here. Oh, those probably require better extraction technologies. Where are they? Press censorship, maybe? War propaganda. There it is. That's what I need to get. So I need 100 political power. That's not the major air battle. That's the major air battle. And in fact, while this is going on, just to reduce the amount of casualties we suffer, I'm going to ground all of the close air support, because I don't need them right now. That's all the CAS and all the TAC bombers. Consider yourselves grounded. For the moment. No, they're not time limits. Well, this one's a time limit. That's the only one. And this one, I'm just right before the end. I'm just going to go click and abandon Plan Z. It's done its job. Plan Z for me was the complete blockade of Britain through superior naval force, and mission accomplished. Another 31 American convoys just died. Just keep dying. It just keeps happening. And they've lost most of that little resurgent spike that they had there for a bit. And America's lost another 100 since we last checked. Now, one area that I probably wait, where? Oh, crap. My submarines aren't even deployed. I'm doing all of that with just my surface raiders. Unleash the submarines! I forgot about that, because Dernitz's fleet was completely reset. I never actually gave them a mission. I rebuilt the units, but that's all I did. That would explain why I've been losing so few submarines. Okay then. Unleash the I've been doing this much damage with no subs in place. None. I mean, it kind of makes it even more amazing just how well my surface raiders have been doing. We are actually gaining fuel right now. This is one of the reasons I keep trading with the Dutch, because I'm buying fuel from Dutch East Indies. Hey, Philippe. Oh yeah, I know Directive 21's time limited. That's not a limit, that's how long I have a modifier for. And this only gets completed if we have Moscow, Leningrad, Kiev and Stalingrad, which, yeah. Let's go to speed 4 while we're waiting for the end of the wet season. Although I can tell my computer is chugging like hell already. Just lurking today. No worries. I often do that myself. At some point, I do also need to, at some point, replace my... I'm almost running low on tungsten. I do need to replace my light cruiser. And how are we doing for construction? Okay, we are back to constructing those. Some damage is being done by bombing, but it gets repaired automatically. It's not that severe just yet.